All right. I'm back for a little more gaming action with Albion Online. This is about, I think, week 2, maybe week 3 of final beta test. It's supposed to last about 3 to 4 months, and then they'll let us know when they're going to launch the game, hopefully. So I'm going to dive right in. My last adventures left me stranded in a dungeon, and I had to work my way out. What I was trying to do is unlock the Tier 4 or Tier 5 Nature Staff. And Tier 5 book, actually. Let's check on that as well. That one's very close to get rid of the red learning points. Of course, grinding out the red section is going to be your most optimum way of spending your learning points. I'm having some build up, which is fine because some of these next ones get quite expensive. Specializing in this specific set of armor, it's going to take 11 to unlock that one once I get it down to about halfway through there, and it just becomes more and more as you work your way up. So definitely want to keep a pool of learning points in there, but you want to be optimizing by spending them when you can, and just for the yellow points, because those are going to be the cheapest progression. Argent, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I see you on Steam all the time. Alright, let's see what's going on down here. See if there's anybody who wants to fight. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong gear. Yeah. Albion Beta's great, man. I'm really enjoying the map. The map's huge. There's the Queen's Island, the King's Island, like the Midland area, and then the mainland area. And the majority of the map is pure, just straight up PvP, which is awesome. Of course, all the zones are huge. The dungeons are huge. There's lots of things for PvEers and PvPers to do. All the changes that I've seen so far in the game to all the weapons and the spells and the balancing has been pretty neat. Guess walking really slow. I'll do this guy. Oh, so close. That was so close. Why isn't the stream on YouTube? Very good question. Something's wrong with my audio. Maybe my voice mic wasn't working again. No, sometimes when I tab out Argent, the mic cuts out. That's probably what happened. Super close fight with that dude. So inspecting, he has 971 on his average item power. Look at these high tier 5 items. So he's got 971. It was down to the stream is on YouTube as far as I can tell. It says I'm live, dude. I don't know what to say. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with my streaming stuff, but everything shows that I'm running, so I don't know what to do now. Anyway, so what I was looking at before I was okay, so this guy here, Wannick, who I just almost defeated, Uranus. Where's this dude? Oh, Ukrainus. Got him. Good fight. That was close. All right, well, let's compare our gear right now real quick. Well, I'm going to check Wannick's. Okay, so Wannick's, who I almost defeated, 971 power. Mine is 818 power. So he had like 150 power over mine. Hey, what's up, Muffet? It's me, Muffet Land. Travel the world, I say. Alright, and that other dude, that was another good fight as well. I stayed away from his whirlwind, which I think was the second time he did it, which really helped a lot. I wanted to check out his... $752 item power. So he has less item power than me, and I think it was just the skill of me staying away that helped me win that fight, because he would have won if I would have not gotten out of that whirlwind thingy. If there's anybody watching right now that wants to come duel me in Queen's Market, I'd be more than happy to. I will switch my gear down to tier 4 if necessary. Desi's. Where is he? Ouch, this hurts. I can't fight him now. Yeah, this guy totally kited me. Alright, I'm curious as to what kind of tier that guy has. Oh yeah, look at that bow. 871 item power. So he's got more item power than I do. 818, 871. And that was really effective on kiting me. I really had no much counter of that to see. The things you can counter is the cleanse. I'm playing Albion. Where am I at? I'm in Queen's Market. Can I show you on the map? Sure. Right here is one of the starting areas. Queen's Highland Landing is a starting area. If you started in Queen's Highland Landing, then you're on the Queen side. And then you work your way to Queen's Market, which is here. You probably want to play around in the starting area for a little bit, Muffet. It does take a while to get there and back. I would progress to get into your tier 2 gear in that starting area. So if you go to your hit end for your destiny board and you go to the very bottom of your destiny board down here, this is where you start out, Muffet, and you want to work your way up through this destiny board until you get to the center. And once you get to the center, then you want to work your way out to this direction. And from there, this is tier 2. You want to be able to get to tier 2 by going over to here. And then from there, then you can get to tier 3. And then from tier 3, then you get to the tier 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8s, which is right here. So you have a little progression to go. I mean, you can always come on a dungeon run with me, but I would recommend being at least tier 3 gear before you start doing that. Blue dungeon red, need more DP rest, +1 healer. Let's see if I can get in this dungeon group. DPS is taken, then let's see, I can heal in. Alright, so do I want the Great Nature Staff, the Expert's Wild Staff, or the Expert Great? I think this one. Let's see. I want the Wild Staff, Expert Wild Staff. I'll probably unlock those during my dungeon run, so I might as well bring them with me. Is that Guildland the way far side right of the map? Yes. Yeah, Guildland starts in that center island. I don't think you can claim anything in King's or Queensland. Basically, that center island and then the main continent, or the mainland, is the only places that guilds can control territories. It looks like people are dropping like flies. I think this is two-handed, though. wish, I don't know how I can tell anymore. I used to be able to tell. I think maybe these two are two-handed and this one's still one-handed. Maybe the only way you can tell is it sticks outside the thing. Could I travel there really fast? Do you want to see it really bad? Not really. Celestine the Paladin, still enjoying the all-hour game. Oh, every update, every patch, the game seems to be headed in the right direction. I'm still enjoying it quite a bit. Trying to do possibly another pug group here. Did some dueling. Now possible another pug group to do a dungeon run, but doesn't seem to be going so well. No, I don't. I've never heard of that. Hey, Kitten Girl. I did some dueling. We fought a bunch of people. Was comparing gear and stuff like that with them. And now I saw somebody looking for a dungeon group, so I kind of signed up for that. Is it sandbox style at all, Muffet? Will I be your daddy? Coffee. Breakfast of Champion. Now I had coffee this morning, and then I took a break, had a bowl of Cheerios, in case you're curious. And now I'm following it with another cup of coffee. I'll drink some for you. Horror games are interesting. They seem to make they've been really popular, it seems like, lately. At least on Steam, there's lots of horror games coming out. You look like Albion's boring. I'm waiting for the group to organize. Yeah, that part's boring for sure. And we had a few people leave, and now we got a few people in. Waiting in town is definitely boring. I just changed up my avatar, though. This is kind of neat. You can unlock different pictures and different avatars. This one's drinking beer. That one's sweet. And then for being a legendary founder, you get the little legendary ring. And there's also this other one, which is the Epic Pax ring. But that one's, I think, more bling blinging. Not really too long. There's no... Everybody's spamming, like, in global, like, looking for group. Come southwest of Queens. Okay, southwest. Tier 3, really? Ouch. I have a feeling that this pug group's not going to turn out very well, considering that guy's wearing tier 3 armor. I think we're going this way. How much money do I make each stream? Well, when I streamed full time, I made about $10 a day. And then I haven't been a full-time streamer for over a year. My videos are monetized on YouTube's, but those are like pennies. $1 million Kwanzaa. Yeah, I'm totally rich somewhere else. Where are we going? Stench on the map. Oh, goodness. Travel to Guildland? No, thank you. To get there fast, I have to travel there naked. To go there by horse, it would take probably half an hour or so of running. And I don't think I'm really interested in doing that right now. How much money do I make every day at my current job? Probably about $150 a day. Maybe with taxes taken out, maybe 140 bucks a day at my job. Probably, you know, depends. Yeah, I manage a store, so you know, I include all the benefits and stuff as well. Well, the minimum wage in California is in the next few years is supposed to go to $15 an hour. Oh shit, did I just do what I thought I did? Yes, I did. Ever been to North Carolina? I don't think so. Travel to another city. I'm traveling to a dungeon, which is almost like traveling to another city. I went from Queens Market all the way down here to Stench River Basin, which is in between another city. So I made it halfway to another city. That's weird. Oh, I'm invincible, that's why. It's like, why is it not hurting me? Alright, so what the hell just happened? There's no guards, but there might be guilds there that would spot you, and yes, they would probably kill you and take all your stuff. So, we lost another member of the group after trying to make it all the way here. We're not going to do so well here. I just know that for sure. Go to Snowlands. I'm there. I'm waiting at Snowlands. Make your way to Queen's Market, Muffin. Or Muffet. Make your way to Queen's Market, because I'm not going to come find you in Snowlands, because there's lots of Snowlands. It's a 5-man. All right, now there's 3 people in this group. This was kind of, I guess, a waste of time. Muffitlan. Pranks on you, dude. That's all I gotta say. Life is called a social experiment. Red Zonus. Take down the brown-eyed Cyclops. Shit. Alright, well that pug group was kind of a waste of time. But I didn't expect much more. And even though we were all geared up and ready to go, I didn't really expect much. It's like Russia. Yeah, the birch is the tier 3 tree, I believe. Tier 2 tree. Nerd United, all those achievements in World of Warcraft aren't really real achievements anyway. They've watered down World of Warcraft pretty bad. Alright, Queen's Market's this way. Let me get back to dueling people. If anybody wants to duel me, come fight me in Queens. That'll be fun. I want to practice a bunch. I got a lot of tier 4 unlocked, so I want to practice a bunch of tier 4 battles. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get that organized one of these days. How are things going with PKing? You know, I've been to a couple red zones and I haven't really ran into very many PKs. The one red guy I ran into, I think he might have been logging out because I dismounted, walked away, let my skills refresh, and then approached his location and he was just gone. So I'm assuming he might have logged out. I don't know. But I've been mainly working on a lot of my skills to unlock most of my tier 4 gear, because I really want to practice tier 4 dueling. I also got this tier 5 set that I've been working on as well. Dude, that guy's all in tier 6. 927 item power. Um, 140 points away from just learning it on its own. Or 56 points if I get through the red portion. I have a lot of ways to go with my to get to tier 5, or sorry, tier 6. But I don't really have much time to play. I usually play this maybe Monday, Tuesday, maybe one other day. What are all the jobs you can do in Albion? Quite a few. The ones that are on the Destiny board is there's all these different hyper harvesting jobs, so you can specialize in any of these harvestings. You can specialize in any refining. You can specialize in tool, any of these tool crafting. You can specialize in weapon crafting, and you have to really get down and focus and specialize on one specific weapon. Same with these weapons, same with these weapons, and also like the armor sets, you have to really focus on maybe either just boots itself. And because there's 3 different types of sets, you might be the best at this boot, but maybe not this boot. And then also all the weapons, so you can specialize in any type of weapons crafting as well. So there's the weapon crafting and weapon master system. Then there's alchemy, farming, cooking, herbalist. And then you can also be a mercenary. You can mercenary for hire. People will pay you to defend their lands. You can also be a trader, buy and sell goods from one place to another. There's quite a few things you can do. Is there any food in making food job? Well, you can make good money cooking. It's not a limit, it's a bonus. So it doesn't stop me from learning, because I can always work towards something else. I can always work towards it. So it's not limiting me from learning. This is just pure bonus learning. So I can still choose to do whatever I want to do and still progress. Using my learning points is going to help me progress. So it doesn't limit me, it just is a pure bonus. I think this guy might be the leader of Owned, because I think he's the one that spams recruits. Are crafting points still a thing? Like you're able to refine any more items because of craft points? No. Crafting points are not a thing. The points that are a thing are these points here, right here. These are crafting points, but they're a bonus. It's called crafting focus. And if you use your focus, it's a bonus. There's no inhibiting. You can just keep crafting. Well, red zoneness, it was a test. They decided to try doing it that way during beta because they wanted feedback and they wanted to try it out, and they didn't want to change the game when it was released. So, based off the negative feedback from that system, they have changed it, and I think it's better. Everything now is a bonus. There's no inhibitors. And I can understand why it was frustrating for some people back in the day, but you still need to focus on certain things to be able to good at them. You can still do it all, and there's no inhibiting, just bonuses to the whole thing. So they kind of reversed the system a tad bit from when they got all that negative feedback. It's really easy to get into tier 5 gear. I've played maybe 5 or 6 sessions and I'm in tier 5 gear, which is the basis where the game really starts. And they also changed the system now too. Like all cloth is light armor now, all leather is medium armor, and all plate mail is heavy armor. And then there's 3 sets of each type. And you can specialize in the set. So right now I'm specializing in soldier boots, dual swords, specializing in the assassin's tunic, and specializing in the mage's cowl. So I'm using cloth, leather, and plate mail. They haven't given an official release date, but this is the final beta test, and it's supposed to last 3 to 4 months. Yes, they had food problems, red zones. They've had food issues with many tests where it was frustrating and almost too much work. So they since food was added to the game, they've had issues with balancing the food and the food used. They've done patches in the middle of the game. They've added food. They've personally added food to the vendors so you could buy them right out of the auction house if you needed to save your territories. So they've made measures during times where it definitely was unbalanced and they were working on it. I haven't tried the food system lately with territories, but I'm assuming that it's been improved based off of last few tests feedback. And I hope that it's balanced out in a good spot. Wow, people are making tier 6 horses already. That's intense. Look how much they're selling them for. Well, red zones, I think the dueling that I've been in has been a way more balanced than in the previous test red zones. I've been looking at my gear versus their gear, and certain builds might beat my build, and it is kind of a rock paper scissors system where certain builds will be better against other builds, and it's knowing what those builds are, and for a game like this, it's going to be really hard to balance it all. And I agree that it probably isn't perfectly balanced, but life isn't balanced either. And so knowing your role in the fight, knowing who you can take out and who you can't take out, I think is a big part of the game. And again, it's still in beta. There'll probably be a big another balancing push towards launch. They've already done some balancing to some of the items in the game already with some patches. But I've had people in tier 4 gear with less item power than me defeat me, and I've defeated people with greater item power as well. And a lot of it has to do with how you behave in battle, the moves you pull off, if you just do it correctly. Can you go to the map? I want to see all the guilds claiming the land. Yeah, pretty much. So here's guilds claiming lands. These red lines are attacks. So from this area territory here, they're attacking the city here. And this is a 20 versus 20 battle for cities. So 20 people attack, 20 people defend. Whoever owns this city gets majority of the tax money out of the city. So that's the reason why you would want to take over a city as a clan. I can turn on all the attack lines. So all these white lines are the attack lines. If you want to attack somebody a few zones over, you have to attack and fight your way there. And this is the deep shit back in here. Lots of battles going on right now. Each one of these red lines is an attack. And it's scheduled for a certain period of time. Clicking on this shows me when the attack is scheduled. So in 23 hours, 41 minutes, their war legend is attacking Nilfgaard. Yeah, and they just added a war report on Albion on their website. So there's a war report that shows PvP kills. It also shows territory control fights. I'm right there at the snowy land. Yeah, right there in the snow. I think I walked right past you, dude. Am I being sponsored? I have been sponsored in the past. Currently, I have no sponsors. Besides referral links, I don't have any sponsors currently. The No Scope gaming glasses and Marquee Dragon game codes, I think, are my referral links, not necessarily sponsors. There's a guy got claws. Close fight, got him. Oh my god, that was close. Alright, so he has 809 points. He's got higher tier 4 than all his tier 4 has been upgraded. So he has 809 on the item average power. I think my average item power currently is 818. So 10 points difference was the matter of like one swing of our weapon right there. How much money do you make for each sponsor? They're not sponsors, they're referral links. So the more time people go to those referral links and purchase something from that said referral link, then I get credit. How much do you play this game? I play it quite often, but I've been playing it off and on for the past 2 years during testing. I've done lots of different stages of testing for them, and the game's going to be releasing soon. So I play this game not as much as I would like to, but that's just because my character's getting wiped, and I'd kind of rather focus during launch. But I always get in the game, every test. I always unlock pretty much all the tier 4 gear that I can, and I always play with that tier 4 gear. Do I still play Worm? Art, I did play Worm during that last test. Or not the last test, during the last, my dog is going crazy. So I played Worm online when they released the Rifts. So the Rifts were something new to Worm, and I rejoined up and I played Worm again. So I've done I did about a month and a half of Worm. I never got to participate in a Rift. Therefore, I just didn't play. Oh, my dog's going crazy. Hey, Franchi, what's up, man? Do you think gear should be normalized in yellow and red zones to promote early stage PvP? I don't know what you mean by normalized, but there already is that in effect. Hence, if you take higher tier gear into a lower tier zone, Franchi, it's not as effective. Is that what you mean? Like it says, the Iron Bank. Yeah, I mean, that's already in effect. How strong it is, I'm not exactly sure about the numbers, but I know that that is in effect. Also, the anti-Zerg mechanics are in effect. So if you take higher level gear and take it into a low level zone, it's less effective. And if you have if you all focus fire on one person, the anti-Zerg mechanics make you do less damage or less effective. Muffet, your social experiments are really kind of just, I don't know, unnecessary. So, I don't know what kind of social experiments you're running, but you sure that stuff is on this beta? I can double check, Thomas. Let me ask the dev team right now. I'm asking right now, but I'm sure it's working. I want UO PvP so I don't have to worry about my gear. Well, I don't know, Franchi. I mean, if you're worried about your gear, you're wearing the wrong gear. And maybe you should wear something less expensive. You can always do duels if you're worried about losing anything, because when you do dueling, you won't lose anything, and that's PvP. The yellow zone PvP, you don't lose gear, so you can always do yellow zone PvP. But I mean, if you're worried about losing your gear, maybe you should dummy down to the next suit below it until you have enough money or enough resources to use that said level gear. Because, I mean, it's just like in EVE Online. Just because you can fly a Titan doesn't mean you should be flying the Titan. Well, Muffetland, I knew that you didn't buy the game when you told me that the first thing that you did is died and lost all your stuff. Because I know that's not that can't even happen. So I pretty much knew you lied to me about buying the game in the first place. So there's no really reason to be sorry. It was pretty obvious. But you want to be competitive. So you want to be competitive, and I'm not sure. To be competitive, I think in a situation like this, you really have to duel people at your level with the same item power. And you might not be competitive right away, and trying to compete against, I think there's about 60,000 people playing this game right now, Franchi. To be competitive with 60,000 people playing this game, to be competitive in the very early stages of Albion, you're going to have to quit your job and play this game full time. I'm not interested in being that competitive. So I can see being competitive in the long run when everybody's in that final stage gear where you feel like you can defend your land and you feel like you can afford to lose a set of gear or two. But I think it's really hard to compete against 55,000 other players. But Keto, congrats, man. Tier 3 is when it starts to become fun. There's lots more options during Tier 3. Um, I would recommend unlocking a majority of the Tier 4 this test, using up your learning points to figure out how they work, just getting a general idea how the game is. Spend all your money and have fun. How do you travel to other lands? That you can travel by boat or by carriage, but you have to go naked, unfortunately. And currently, at this time, they don't have any luggage pricing. But if I click on this dude, and if I'm naked, or the traveling by boat allows luggage, but if you charge a fee based on the total value of your luggage. Let's see, did they change it? Luggage is not allowed. Okay, so traveling by carriage does not permit luggage. So I pretty much have to go naked. You know, a lot of people aren't active right now because there's going to be a wipe. There's about 55,000 people who logged in and made characters. So we can kind of guess that's about 55,000 accounts at least. And that's before the game's even launched. I don't think the spawn timers are too low for resources. They are during the first initial waves, Franchi. When everybody's after a specific tier resource, there is a shortage, and that's the supply and demand of the economy. And that happens during every test and has happened at the beginning. So the first day, there's a wave that gets up to Tier 3. And Tier 3 is really scarce. Tier 4 is really hard to get. The next day, a whole nother wave of people get introduced to the game. And they fill in that gap where the Tier 3 and Tier 4 is really hard to get. And then the day 3, there's that third wave of players, and those players are going to do the same thing. And then day 4, when it's kind of goes open more to the public or the people who haven't really been introduced to the game, there might be another wave of players again. So during the beginning days of Albion, there's a major supply issue and a major demand issue, but that should be understood because it's getting flooded by players in the economy. It definitely takes a few weeks for everything to settle down and for prices to normalize, and you can make a lot of money in the beginning based off that information. Do they have a date for the wipe? They don't have a specific date for the end of this test, but this test is supposed to last 3 months, apparently. I would assume 3 to 4, and they're going to wipe at the end of this test right before launch. All right, Franchi, good to see you, bud. Take care, man. All right, let's see here. I kind of want to duel some more people. Whoa, look at that move. 2 weeks ago? I think it's 2 weeks old. Or maybe it's on the 3rd week. I think it's the 3rd week today. No, yesterday. Something like that. Anyway. Oh, nice. Nice little present surprise then. Look at this guy's staff. The Life Curse staff. It's got a skull on it. That's pretty badass looking. He's also wearing some pretty badass gear. I don't know who this dude is. What is his name? Got him. He's got really low power though. 675 on his skill or his item power. So I would expect that to happen. Yeah, and it's because the item power. So if you compare my item power for his item power, I have 818. Dude, I'm not full life yet, holy moly. All right, 783. This guy's going to be more my style, more my tier. Muffet, I've already showed you the whole map. You can't zoom out any further than that. Smoked me. Go to another city. Muffet, I don't really take commands. You should know that from your social experiment. So I appreciate your enthusiasm, but so that guy definitely showed me who was boss. I didn't really understand that spell that was on me. Where'd that guy go? Was it this dude? After a short delay, a pillar of flame erupts to the ground. I didn't feel like I could run out of that circle. Paquito, thanks, man. Take care and good luck. That was strange because I saw I was in a circle. I tried running out of that circle, and I was unable to. Ukrainus wants to fight me again. Okay. Let's fight Ukrainus. Much better fight that time. Much better fight. And that bow just kicks my ass. Especially the way he can kite me like that. And what might actually help out in that situation. Dude, I'm getting my life back. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's do this. Ouch. All right. Interesting seeing this guy's power. $898. So yes, he's got almost 90 more or 80 more power than I do. So I would not expect for me to win that fight. Personal island. It gets boring to stay in one spot. I upgraded mine twice, and I'm hoping to see someone who's upgraded further to see a new plot. It doesn't. I think I've upgraded mine maybe 3 times. I can double check on my personal island. I think I have 2 farm plots, which I think is the 3rd upgrade. If you talk to this dude here, it tells you what the next upgrade will do. It's 187,000 to upgrade. Probably sell some gold and upgrade mine. Let's go ahead and do it. Spike to 106. Right now it's 100. Alright, I can't travel there yet, so it's going to take me a little bit. So this, I think, is the 4th upgrade. The next upgrade will be 600,000. Yeah, so it adds 1 more farming plot and 2 more building plots, basically. So on the Guild Island, too, our Guild Island basically is at 625. So let me go to my Guild Island. Guild Island will be 625,000 more to upgrade. Currently, we have 2 unused building plots, I believe. Let me get on my horse. We have the tier 4 refining stations. I don't think there's any more plots back behind here, though. So I think we have 2 unused plots. This plot over here, we got a smelter and a weapon or a warrior's forge. Is there many change in the final beta? Yeah, there's been quite a few changes. The weapons and armor have been all kind of redone and balanced. They've added in like repair all buttons. They've added in like this guy here, this artifact foundry. There's artifact gear now. Did they fix the fame? There is, you can get better fame in the green zones if that's what you're talking about. Like you don't get stuck being forced to go into PvP too early. I think there is tier 5 areas that you can go to and get tier 5 fame. I'm using tier 5 gear now, and I can unlock to tier 6 killing tier 4 or higher. So I remember it being kind of a struggle, meaning you would go out and kill certain mobs and not get any credit at all. I think they've widened the gap on the tiers that you can get fame for. Whoa, it didn't. Did it not take me to my island? It just kicked me out because it wasn't ready. Alright, here's my island. They might have added a group bonus or something. I didn't really notice. I mean, the groups that you get into, you can kill the elite dungeons, and when you go to the elite dungeons, you get a lot more fame. So by upgrading, I got one more of these, which I could build another pasture or something there. But this is my farm. So this is the Farmville portion. Yeah, Colsey, any questions, bud? Feel free to ask. It's really hard to unlock the higher tier gathering. Well, I know that you really need to focus on one gathering. Like to do two gatherings like stone and wood for higher tier, I think is really hard, and it should be hard. Like you should be kind of forced for higher tiers to be focused on one specific harvesting. To do them all, I think, is an unreasonable expectation. Maybe two would be hard. Three should be nearly impossible or extremely impossible. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Which weapon is most powerful right now for people to use for PvP? I don't know, to tell you the truth. I'm sure people have their opinion. I know that everybody was using these soldier boots for PvP because they had a sprint and a bubble. They nerfed them a tiny bit, and now people are like, oh, now those are garbage. Well, they're not garbage. They're just not the best choice anymore. So I know that they have already made some adjustments to the gear in the game based off feedback and based off of testing. Yeah, tier 5. I can understand that. But that's a lot of energy wasted when they could have just focused. A lot of learning points used and a lot of time and energy wasted on doing multiple when they could have, your guild should have assigned a specific person to a specific role. And so That's yeah. And again, if you're trying to get to the end game as fast as possible and you're racing there, it's going to be a struggle in the beginning. But in the long term, I think it's going to all wash. It should be sometime after this beta test. That's going to be about 3 to 4 months. So slow. I wish I did have some free keys. They have given me keys in the past, and I've done giveaways. I don't know if that's going to happen this time, and if it does, I'll definitely make sure people are aware. But I mean, I feel the game's completely worth the $30 package that you can get into. The price of dinner and a movie, you should be having a lot more fun. Use the ox to ride on? I can't unless it's saddled. I mean, I have a horse. I have a horse, and basically I shouldn't have picked up so much shit. Even my horse is slow. This is where having an ox comes in handy. Six baby chickens. Move the place between horse and ox and you move faster. I can't because it's not saddled. It's not an actual ox yet. I can't equip it. All right, I think I'm still stuck going slow. Not as slow. It's kind of interesting how the whole field of wheat doesn't quite fill up the whole pasture of animals. Should probably like build my house or something. That'd be kind of fun. Actually, no, it would not be fun. Oh, come on. Maybe just buy the resources for it. It's just a matter of choice, I believe, because I think when you go up tiers, some of the spells might change. Um, and theoretically, a 4.1 or a 4.2 is like a tier 5. A 4.3 is like a tier 6 power-wise. So it's all about personal preference. I can kind of show you. So this person has 5.2, 4.2. They're at 927 power. And I'm at just regular tier 5. Oh, not a guy with a spear. Dude, I can't get up on this guy. Close fight, close fight. Oh, that was a close fight. I couldn't get on him and do any of my moves because he kept kiting me. Getting kited is super hard. All right, so he was 831 power, and the reason behind that is he's got a excellent quality tunic. So he's at 831 power. He's also probably using food, which gave him a gathering speed. Okay, so he wasn't using food. This NLJ guy. Oh. Got him. AoE at the very end. $763. Okay, so he was lesser in power than I was. So that's kind of expected. I'm surprised he didn't kite me and charged me with the spear. The spear seems to be a better kiting weapon. He probably could have kited me in one, would be my assumption. Kind of like Spoons did. He does have an upgraded weapon tier there as well. Wants to fight me again. I'm still healing. Oh my goodness. I'm still healing, folks. All right, fighting a Noji again. Get out of the way, you big fatty. Damn, that fucking worked me. Damn, real close. I think I screwed up on that fight. $817. That's more of a balanced fight right there. And as you can see, he's wearing that this here with this spell. Oh, his bubble cooldown. That's why his bubble could come back faster. This is supposed to last about 3 months. 3 to 4 months. Agakage, I believe that's how you say her name. About 3 to 4 months. They haven't announced when the real one launches. But this is the official final beta. Yeah, I mean, the PvP, that's been their number one focus since day one. So I feel that PvP is something that's really hard to balance in a game, especially with PvE elements. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. That didn't work out like I wanted it to. I think I pressed the wrong buttons. Ooh, still got him though. And I made a couple mistakes, and I think he did too as well. He didn't quite kite me. He did in the second half. Yeah, I have quite a bit of stuff on my channel down below. So, I mean, today I've just been chilling in town dueling. But on my YouTube channel, I have lots of recordings. I have some highlights in Twitch. And I also do this on best skill with or no for PvP ×1. My weapon. Can I say kite more, maybe? What is it you basically do in this game? The basics of the game is it's a sandbox game, so you kind of choose your course. You can be a politician, a trader, a warrior, an adventurer, a conqueror. That time I worked him. I was a little more focused that time. Everything's player crafted, and it's like a Clash of Clans. The end game is territory control and fighting over territories. Let me show you the map here real quickly. There's the starting areas, which is this big island here. Actually, I can move out of. Let me move my mug out of the way. All right, so this main island at the very top, you can see it right there, the very top, that's Queen's Island. So that's where you start out. It has green zones and yellow zones, which is the start of PvP, which is like softcore PvP, and then it has red zones, which is like the more intense PvP. And that's Queen's Land right here at the top. Down at the bottom, that's the King's Island. And the King's Island is the same as the Queen's Island. They're just kind of separate. And there's different factions, the Queen's faction and the King's faction, and those are both starting areas for people who join Albion. Then we have the map in the middle. The map in the middle is where clans can start taking over territories, and all these white lines are conquer lines or battle lines. And so with these conquer lines, these red lines are clans are trying to take over this territory from another clan. So you battle and you push out your territories by taking control of the map. And by owning areas of the map, you claim certain dungeons, certain resources, and certain areas that you and your clan protect. And this is where the game really starts to begin, is this center map. And then you have the outlands, which is the biggest section of the map, which is the black zones, basically, full loot PvP, just like that center island. And this is where a lot of the politics and a lot of the game is played. And if you know anything about EVE Online, it's basically security status. Out here is nullsec. This is where anything goes, there's no rule. As you start getting into this area, this is also nullsec. Out here is the red security status, which is where it starts to become, chaotic. And then you go to the yellow zones, which separate the yellow from the green. So it goes green, yellow, and then right into red, and then into the black. Is the game pay to win? That's a very good game. That's a very good question. Okay, so going over this, you could theoretically say, yes, it's pay to win, but it really depends on what paying to winning is for you. So with the way the system is set up, I can buy gold from their website to support them. I can use gold with their gold exchange program. I can exchange gold for silver, and I can use that silver to buy gear in the game. Now, just because I have the gear doesn't mean I've unlocked it and I'm able to wear it. But let's say I'm able to unlock and wear this gear. So this said gear that I'm using, that I'd paid real money for, when I'm using it in the outdoor world in a winning situation, I can kill you and take that from you. Basically, I can take the gear that you paid for with real money from you. And to me, that's you paying and I'm winning. So it's kind of pay to lose, pay for convenience, and pay for premium. You can also get premium with in-game currency. So you don't have to pay, once you purchase this game, you don't have to be premium. But if you want premium, you can either pay money for it, which gives you an advantage, or you can spend end-game currency to extend your premium. So yes, it's pay to win. No, it's not pay to win. If that makes any sense. I think it's a really balanced way to run the game. It's almost like a cross between EVE Online, except for EVE Online doesn't allow you to log in if you're not subbed. With this one, your subscription can run out. You can still log in and play for free. You just don't get those extra bonuses. And in the long run, it's not going to matter. Is it worth getting premium? If you're going to be serious about this game and you love this game and you play every day, yes, it would be worth getting premium. The premium bonus are learning points a day, better fame, better silver and loot, and better resources gathered. You also get, this is the crafting focus you get today, double crop yield from farming, double farm animal growth rate, and half market tax. So in a sense, it's not necessary, but it's definitely a big benefit. And if you're going to play this game and enjoy this game, it's definitely worth being premium. All right, let's see if we can duel a couple more people. What time is it? 2:05. Okay. I have to drive my daughter to swim class in a bit. Oh, and Najee wants to fight me again. But my stealth didn't work. Oh, but I won anyway. Whoa, that was crazy. Where do I get that much gold? Okay, so I've been playing this game for about 2 years, and I'm like, I would consider myself one of their main streamers who streams it consistently, and I share my referral link. And with that referral link, you get referral rewards. The first reward gives you gold and a donkey, and then you get gold. I think the second referral or third referral, maybe it's the fifth referral, gives you a cape. The 10th referral gives you another horse. And then every referral after that, you kind of keep getting gold. I have quite a few referrals. Now, if you have this game, I encourage you to share your referral link with your friends because that's going to allow you to get that donkey and also some extra starting gold. So because I've been with the company for a long time and I've had my referral link for a really long time and I stream quite often, that's one of the reasons. I need full life, dude. Last second, I did it. I'm just gonna go stealth first thing. Oh, good fight. Wow, good fight. No, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Monday and Tuesdays are my day off for me. That was definitely a good fight. She might have used a potion during that fight. I don't really know, but she has potions. Yeah, that firewall. Yeah, it's fucking badass. And I got hung up on this goddamn structure right here. That was bad. I avoided the first fire pillar. Oh, and no, fight again with the spear. Got him with my AoE. That's death. That's death. Boom. Probably not, but if you want to check out all my old streams, check out my YouTube channel. Link is below the stream. I record everything. I post everything. I have even old tests. I have the original test I was in almost 2 years ago. I have some 5 versus 5 territory control battles. Of course, all the spells and stuff have changed by now, but it's very similar to the same. So, a new strategy. Let's try poison first and bubble. Or bubble first and poison. Don't cancel? What was that? Don't cancel. How long will this stream be? Kitten, I've been streaming probably going on my 5th hour today. Is Albion worth playing? Let me tell you this right now. For $30, which is pretty much the price of a dinner and a movie, I can guarantee you're going to have more than 4 hours of fun, unless you get laid going out to that dinner and movie. Then you can take, then that's not true. But $30 to get in now, you can start playing today. You can do this test, and then you get wiped. You get the game at launch. You get a couple months premium, I think, or maybe 1 month premium. It's just, I think it's worth it. Yeah, and if you want to, check the link below my stream in Twitch. If you click that link, it's going to give me credit. So, and then once you get your account, you're going to have your own referral link underneath your account settings. Share that referral with your friends, get them into the game, and you'll get bonuses as well. So it's really, really appreciated if you use my link. You only do that in red and black zones. And you lose your stuff, but your stuff is easier to get in this game because it's designed that way. You don't have to spend hours upon hours farming this boss to hope he'll drop you something. So it's not like World of Warcraft gear where you would cry all night and cry yourself to sleep for a week if you lost your gear. It's not like that. Gear's easy to get for your level. You wear what you can afford to lose. If you're wearing something too powerful and you can't afford to lose it, you're playing the game wrong. So because it's an open sandbox game, it allows you to fail as well as it allows you to succeed. It's all up to you and what you do. You look really old. I'm in my mid-40s. Yeah, okay, well maybe not mid-40s, but I've been playing games since Pong. So my first game ever played was Pong, and I've been a chronic gamer since. I'm 42, or maybe I'm 43, I don't know. But anyway, gaming for life. How much money is for the other game? Shrouds of the Avatar is 45, I believe, to get into Shrouds of the Avatar. To get into this game is 30. Now, it looks so crazy right here. So, Irost, are you in the game yet? Let's duel. Let's fight. What's going on, Irost? Where are you? Well, I grew up with games ever since I was a child. So I've never known a life without games. You got to level up. Well, Irost, I could have been pulling you through a dungeon run. We got enough time to do a dungeon run if you'd like me to pull you through. I got to drop my daughter off at swimming in like an hour and 45 minutes. Or maybe my grandma is. There's plenty of stuff for PvE. There's plenty of stuff for PvP. You can theoretically just be a trader or a merchant. You can own buildings and towns. You can put taxes on those buildings to charge people to use them. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff to do in this game, and they're adding more. I think they're adding pets to the game. They want to add fishing. I think they want to add a bunch of stuff. They were not able to fit everything they wanted to in this final test, so they're going to be a big patch soon, I believe, that's going to add a bunch of things. You can join my guild if you want, Akage, or a Gankage, or Gakage, or whatever. We are out of Queen's Market. We do have refining stations that you can use, a few crafting stations. I recommend getting into Tier 3 gear before you come to Queen's Market. All right, let's see if I can get some more duels. Oh, snap. He's gonna kite me to shit. Yep, kiting me again. Damn. Dude, archery in this game is phenomenally good. It used to be shitty. But, to be fair, let's check his shit. 719. I have more attack power than he does, really? 818. I have 100 more attack power than he does. And for some reason, he just kited my ass to the ground. So, now, from what I understand is I've been contemplating my build. Okay? This build definitely does some pretty good DPS. But where it's lacking is in my crowd control. And you just basically saw that I was basically stuck in place for way too long. God damn it, I didn't stealth in time. I was going to try counter-stealthing him, because I know that when you stealth up and you got daggers, even with swords, stealthing up is a point to where the more you stay stealth, the more damage you do. So he came out of stealth and effed me up. If I would have counter-stealthed his stealth, then he would have became visible before I would have, and I could have came in and done what he just kind of did to me. But the dual daggers is pretty damn badass. I guess I must have missed death. Death becomes death. I can tell you right now, I've been playing this game for about 2 years. It's really easy for me to lose interest in this game because I don't want my progression to be reset. So usually, what I tell people when they play this game is don't take it too seriously, have fun, and this is what I do: unlock all tier 4 weapons. So I'm focusing on locking all tier 4s so I can try out all the different spells and abilities, kind of have fun exploring that, and not taking too much time and too much effort into something that'll be wiped. And as time gets closer and closer, it can be more evident. And I think one of the things last test is they had a wipe in the middle of the test, which really discouraged me from doing any part of the test whatsoever. So last test was one of the worst for loss of, for retention because of the announcement of a wipe somewhere in the middle of that test, which didn't happen till somewhere near the end of the test. But as soon as I heard that word, I wasn't interested and I wanted to wait. When that wipe happened, I came back, tried it a little more, and said, great, can't wait for next test. So is Albion full of tryhard modes that boost off of noobs for loots and kills all the time? You have everybody from really nice people to griefers to you have the full spectrum in this game. I mean, most of the people that I'm down here fighting are saying good fight, and I haven't had any person duel me and say you suck. But I'm sure in open world PvP there is some major shit talking. Oh, that guy released or died? Buck Marley. Spoon wants to fight me again. Okay, Spoon. Let's do this. God damn it, Spoon. Dude, like I said, okay, so I think I was talking about. He asked me. Yeah, I guess that's the answer. It'd be stupid if it wasn't. Oh, you can't hear me? Looks like it's showing up. If you die, all your stuff that you have and equipped gets looted, or you just some of your stuff. It's okay, so let me explain how it works. If you die in a green zone, which is non-PvP, you can just stand back up. Okay? If you die in a yellow zone, you get knocked out and you can stand back up, but you drop your repair cost of your gear. Other players can loot that killed you, and then when you go to town and repair your gear, that's the cost to repair your gear. If you're in a red zone, I believe a red zone is where the full loot PvP starts. And then a black zone is full loot PvP. There's also something in this game called reputation. So, you can either gain reputation or lose reputation. And if you lose reputation, if you go down below here, you're only allowed in a red or a black zone. If you're down here, you're only allowed in black zones. So, you can go around murdering people on the Kings and Queen lands all you want, but eventually you'll be stuck in either red or black zones. So that's if you're a murderer. Out in black zones, I believe, there is no reputation, or if you're not on the Kings or Queens land, then you don't lose reputation. Fighting other places, there is no reputation loss, which is, I believe, is the black zones. So if you want to murder people without being known as a criminal, you go do it away from civilization. You can PvP in the Kings and Queens lands in the red zones and yellow zones, but then again, you will lose reputation and eventually be forced to live in a red zone, black zone. So I think that's done really well. Where's your tier 4 or 5 bag? I'm PvPing, so I didn't really feel like I needed a bag on. I don't know. Where's my bag? I wonder if I can actually use a tier 5 bag now. I should check. No. I'm really close to being able to use tier 5. You're very confused about the tier system. Yes, it is. Okay, so with the Destiny board, you work your way up from the bottom until you get to the center. Okay, and if you want to do combat, then you work this way. You start out with tier 1 gear, and then you gain fame by killing things to unlock tier 2. And then you wear tier 2 and kill creatures to get fame to unlock tier 3. And then you start focusing and working your way down the row till you get to this spot where it's tier 4. Here you work your way up. So you go up the channel all the way up to tier 8, which is right here. So you work your way up. And then these top ones here are just extra mastery levels. And then you can also specialize in said item. Like I'm here in dual swords, and I'm working my way up. So eventually I'm going to be able to unlock the tier 6 master sword, but right now I'm using the tier 5 swords, which are these ones here. I'm choosing to use the dual swords, and by choosing to use the dual swords, I'm also specializing in dual swords. So this is the specialization row, and you work your way up as you specialize. So you can use learning points to unlock this, and again, the best thing to do is to save your learning points. You grind fame from killing monsters until the red's filled, and then use learning points to buy the rest. Or you can just gain fame to get through the whole meter. So not only is wearing stuff and killing monsters unlocking tiers, but then if you go this direction, this is crafting. You craft gear to gain fame to unlock the next crafting gear and to specialize in specific crafting. And the same thing goes for harvesting resources, creating tools, refining tools, making food, planting crops, growing animals, growing herbs. And those are all kind of included with the different tiers and going up tiers. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Loki. I definitely normally have a backpack on. I don't know what happened to my backpack. I might have. I did die in a dungeon with this really bad pug group. Not yesterday, but a few days ago. And oh no, I went into a dungeon myself and I fucked up and died and lost everything. So I think I lost my horse. I lost my backpack. There are lots of people can join guilds. I don't think there's a limit, and you can make alliances as well. So let's see here. This shows all our information about the members in the clan, alliances, and description of the clan. You can click Browse Guilds, and then you can sort by English-speaking guilds, 100 plus, and any. So these clans here, these guys have over 100 people in their clan. Of course, these are the only ones that are recruiting. People that are not recruiting will not show up on this list. Another kind of cool thing is there's the stats set. You can go to all the stats of this game, and so you can see quite a few things. Like here's my stats, here's the kills. I've not killed anybody this test. Here's my deaths. I've died several times from some skeletons. This is the one I think where I got ganked and killed. So that shows the fame loss. It shows you the silver. You have a bunch of other things, fame. So there's that kind of stats on your character, and there's also rankings. And when you go to rankings, which is kind of neat, when you're gonna play Elite Dangerous. I'm gonna play Elite Dangerous more, Yannick, when the multi-crew stuff comes out and I can make our avatar, and then we'll be flying more in Elite Dangerous. What's the top guilds that claiming most of the land? Okay, so guild, you can be resources owned, territories owned, and guilds. So Finstack has 23, Envy has 19, War Engine has 19, Zorn, Red Army, Zero Quality, Honor and Glory. Those show the territories owned by guilds. You can also do kill fame, the guilds with the most kill fame, the player with the most kill fame. You can do overall this week, last week, silver collected. The number one player that collected silver is this dude there. Number one guilds that collected silver. Overall, Nilfgaard. The player, Headhunter from Billionaire. He's the number one player overall. That's crazy. How to open the ranking. You click on the gear. On the top left side of the screen, there's going to be a gear next to your name. Click the gear and click rankings. It's probably going to be around $30, Voltrex. I think the $30 package is going to be their basic standard package. So you can either get in now and start testing it today, or you can pay probably about the same price during launch. I have a shitty laptop that is a Pavilion HP Windows 7. Will Albion work on it? It'll work on it. You might not enjoy high-end PvP, raid groups in dungeons, but it should work. I mean, this game is designed to work on tablets. It works on my phone, it works on my NVIDIA tablet, and it also works on my computer. Sorry about the dog bark. But theoretically, it will work. It just won't work as well. There are some settings you can turn down. So they have upgraded all their settings, so you can change you can turn on VSync. Oh, maybe I should try VSync on. Frame limiter off. I can turn off shadows. I can turn down the effects. So those are things that you can do within the game. How do you get it on your phone? It's an Android client, and if your phone runs Android, then you can download it. And I also have it on my tablet. You go to the install page, download the Android client. But again, it works on my phone until my phone overheats, and then it's got to shut off. So I can play about 10 minutes on my phone. I haven't really tried doing the tablet yet, but I want to do a video of recording myself playing on the tablet and giving feedback on it, and then posting that up. So the iOS is going to be available at launch. So if you have an Apple phone, you have to wait for launch because Apple does not like beta tests. But if you have anything else, Android client, Windows client, you can download it from the download page. Delicious cold coffee. Well, once you buy the client, you can download Android or PC or whatever one you want to use. You can play one account on multiple systems. I'll show you guys another thing too. I'm probably going to end my stream here in about 10 minutes or so. Not only is it getting really hot in my room, but I need to take another break and maybe eat some food. What is your setup? Well, I have the very first i7, a 960 NVIDIA. I think it's a 960. I can't remember. I have 3 monitors. I have an Asus monitor and 2 Dell monitors. My Asus monitor is a really nice 140 megahertz refresh rate monitor that's 3D capable. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys the building systems. I'll just kind of give you a little highlight and a little rundown. So on your personal island, and this is the guild island, you can build buildings on them. So there's a building tab here. So there's economy buildings, there's farming buildings, military, and then houses. And so like this is the first house, which is a tent. You can build it on your property, build up your house. You can put storage in it, you can put furniture in it, and you can also have a mercenary in it, an NPC who does work for you. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do with housing on your own land. And a lot of that has to do with the farming. And also this guild island here has our refining stations. So we have the leather worker, the woodworker, the tailor, and the stone cutter. And these all will cut up to, I believe, tier 4 equipment. So we do have some refining stations here. We do have a tier 4 smelter and a tier 4 weapons forge. Hey, Mr. Suicides. And a guild bank, and then also we have the guild auction house. So this is an auction house that's used for just your guild members. I'm talking so much that I got a slight tickle in my throat. But Akage, I agree. I'm gonna probably end my stream here and take a break. I've been streaming and talking for about 6 hours today at least, maybe about 5. Played some shards of the Avatar this morning. That's kind of fun. Dabbled around dueling in Albion. Tried to do a dungeon run that didn't turn out, which was okay because I came back to town, did some more duels, which is a lot of fun. It really gives me a general idea of the different abilities, the different powers of different characters, etc. When will I be back? Definitely on Monday. Monday and Tuesdays are my main streaming days. So today being Tuesday, I work for the next week. It's really hard for me to stream on the days that I work because I'm extremely exhausted. And then also my stream time is Pacific Standard Time. On my days off, I start streaming at usually 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. When I get home from work, it's usually 7:30, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then I got to do dinner, etc., etc. And then I get about an hour of time to play games, and then that's over. And a lot of times I am playing but not streaming. So my in-game name is Divinorum, Divinorum. I am the leader of Chronic Gamers. If you want to join the clan, all you got to do is click the clan tab up here. Where is it? Click the clan tab, go to Browse Guilds, and you're going to look for Chronic Gamers, which I think we're about, 5 plus. I don't know if I can find myself in here, but if you can find me in here or send me a tell, I could be playing. I'm just not streaming. Yeah, Mr. Suicides, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. And this is the last beta test, Mr. Suicides, and then the game will be launching. There's about 2.5 more months of this beta test. So all right, you guys. Well, I appreciate you being here. If you followed my channel, thank you for following. I don't have any follower alerts going. I really appreciate that. Check the links down below my stream. Help support what I do. Check out my YouTube channel, my Hitbox channel, my Twitch channel. I stream to all 3 at the same time. YouTube is kind of a good place to go to get most of my highlights and my videos if you want to check back on some stuff. And again, you're always welcome to join my clan. Send me a tell in game. I'm totally down for playing with you guys. And again, you guys rock. and hopefully we'll see y'all later.
Is this your Discord channel? Just kidding. I stream now.